Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And not much room to speak of. We'll get about 3 up to the 41. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne taken down at the 47-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Jones will come now in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
In motion left goes a tight end. Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for six? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So the kick goes through, and then the penalty, that will add some yardage to the upcoming kickoff.
And now you got a choice about how you want to proceed, because on the kickoff with the additional yardage, you may want to game plan it and just boot it high and make the kicking team return and try and pin them in deep. Or you just go ahead and boot it through the opposite uprights and take the guaranteed touchback.
Logan Crook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Off the option, here's Etienne. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Lawrence going to take it himself, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On the counter, Etienne. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And the Jaguars first down.
80 weapons.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's the option, running right. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Nick Ross on the stop. First and goal, Jacksonville.
Hey, lock it.
Etienne trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Etienne. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Colts.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Hey, alert 33. Run.
They'll run here with Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been. Let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now Lawrence on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To throw on second and 10. Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert, alert, alert.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mayfield off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking for Campbell downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Complete to Calvin Ridley. A gain of 16 yards.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. A solid stiff arm. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Here's Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, He recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
Point right.
Now Mayfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
45. Colts, nothing. Logan Cook is the kickoff for the
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Mayfield. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hurry!
A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Mayfield now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. Touchdown, Colts. Harris Campbell from 19 yards away.
And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Trayvon Walker in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Jaguars 66, Colts 7. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Colts take over first down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Colts 14. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
First down, Mayfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he pushed it right. It's no good.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch, made on the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
2nd down and 7. Lawrence.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination.